Good morning. We're here at the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences Museum. That's a mouthful.
And our first tip for here is to pre-buy your tickets. You don't have any choice. You can't buy them at the door.
Right.
But our next tip, I know we're only supposed to give you 3 here, so you're probably gonna get more. Your next tip is there's valet parking right at the back. It's $15 validated, $21 not validated, and it's right next to LACMA and right down the street from the La Brea Tar Pits and right across the street from the Peterson.
Yeah, great place to be.
You can spend all afternoon here.
Yep.
All right, let's go in. The museum opened in September of 2021, but we'd been excitedly waiting since they announced it in 2018 for it to open. Construction delays followed by, 2020, just kept pushing the opening back. We missed the 2021 date, but we're thrilled to get tickets this time. It had been 5 long years of anticipation, and we just couldn't wait to see everything. We began our self-tour on the first floor and were immediately stunned by the design. It became clear early on that technology was going to be a big factor in each exhibition room, all the way down to the dividers inside this exhibit. They are see-through, but ultra-reflective, so it gives the surreal vision of being able to see the exhibits on both sides of the glass at the same time. People didn't know what people sounded like when they were recording this. So you could have a high screechy voice and nobody would know. It was all based on how you looked.
Well, they talked about some of the films that they used to actually invite the public to the set to see, and they would laugh and cheer and clap and everything, and you didn't have to worry about it because the audience wouldn't be heard. So it was a very different experience when they were filming the silent films before talkies.
Then it was up to the second floor to discover the path of the Oscar. For movie buffs like us, it was a wonderful path of discovery, where we kept finding out trivia that was all brand new to us. And each room there is seating, so you're invited to sit down, hang out, and soak it all in. So they're not only like best Oscar for actress or actor here. Documentary feature, Gregory Peck best actor, but also things like film editing. And even a science technical award. The empty case is due to the fact that when Hattie McDaniel won for supporting actress, only the best actress winners got statues. All others got plaques. Yes, that's right. The statue was created in 1928, but didn't get the nickname of Oscar till 1939. There are exhibits of people you may never have heard of, like Agnes Varda. Contact sheet. Look how amazing these portraits are. Check this out. She was a French director, screenwriter, and photographer. Parker loved her cat, but I was fascinated by the miniature train model. Our young musician loved the scores too.
What changed?
My favorite books. Making a movie is such a fascinating process that requires all types of storytellers, from the screenwriters to the storyboard artists who can take the written word and draw it out shot by shot so that the film begins to come to life, like this one for Hitchcock's The Birds. And then to the editors that take those films and edit them into a final amazing film, like The Godfather.
But don't ever take sides with anyone. It's the family again. Your wife and children will be happy with them. Very happy.
Have the whole set and bits of the movie playing. And yes, the horse's head. There are a million little details in between the film concept to the final film. And costumers and makeup artists are crucial to helping you believe that these characters are real. Jareth's costume from Labyrinth was the highlight of this museum for Tori. She is an ultra fan, and this was a super cool discovery here. It's so much fun to discover the details from the films you love, like the wig from Beetlejuice in the hair and makeup section. Up to the next floor, found us in the company of... There's Bruce! And of Oscar himself, before heading inside to do a little bit of shadow play. Like all good museums, they use play as a way of teaching. In this case, it was to show how film and filmmaking evolved. I found my favorite saying on one of the walls. It's why I make films today. We are all sci-fi fans, and in this hall you will find Star Wars, parts of the Marvel and DC universes, and even bits from the Dark Crystal, with information you probably had never heard before. For me, it was C-3PO and the fact that the actor was actually in the suit, and how small the suit actually is. And where there's C-3PO, you know there's R2-D2.
Monitored to respond to the name Robbie.
Go that way. You'll be malfunctioning within a day, Miss, at its scrap pile.
Trippy.
Strange how one additional thing that was so important, the whole nuances of that script.
This is one of my favorite movies. I've seen it over 30 times.
Next come the major sound effects constructed from field recordings, a sound library, and specially designed effects. The sound of a machine cutting metal is used for the darts firing. A balloon provides the scraping of a stone door. Biting into an apple becomes the breaking vine. The recording of a car rolling in gravel, slowed down, becomes the giant boulder.
Seeing this behind-the-scenes movie magic was one of my favorite parts of this museum. Next floor up is where the special exhibition halls are located. We had been looking forward to seeing this exhibition since I found out about it. Tip number 3 here is to always check the website to see what the limited exhibitions are, so you can plan your trip to see the ones that really interest you. This multi-room exhibition covers Black cinema from its beginnings to the early 1970s, from silent films to talkies to civil rights. There were a lot of delightful surprises here, and the celebration of Black artists is wonderful. Being an arts major, I thought I'd heard about everything in the industry, but I found out something brand new here that amazed me: the panorama. Soundies were 3-minute musical films projected in specially designed panorama machines similar to jukeboxes. Every week a new reel with 8 soundies was shipped out to panorama owners. Between 1940 and 1947, more than 1,800 soundies were produced. For Black talent, they were a welcome opportunity for exposure beyond nightclubs, even though the songs featuring Black stars were placed at the end of the reel. Harry and I are both of a certain age where we knew most of the actors and actresses that were featured. And thanks to the fact that we love films, Tori knew most of them too. But it was fun to introduce them to Parker. There was so much in this exhibition to see, and we've only shown you a tiny bit. It runs through July 16th, so if you get a chance, we highly recommend you making your way to the museum to see it. From there, it was to the top floor to see the dome.
This is so amazing. Oh my God. Look at this view. It's so good. The view is so good. There's the Hollywood sign.
He wasn't wrong. The view is so good. I can only imagine events held in this space, especially at night when the city is all lit up. But it would be loud. The dome echoes. Okay, so we are signing out from the Academy Museum on our way to the Neon. But this has been one really cool place. You cannot see it all in one day. So definitely make plans to come back and see what you can. It is information and sensory overload in the best possible way.
That was really fun. I didn't know it was going to be quite as immersive as it was. They've got a lot of cool exhibits that use technology and the sound and show you the effects and everything. It's really cool. It's very fun. I recommend it.
Right, we're going to take our family selfie and hit the road. But there was one last stop to make. The museum store, of course. We all picked up some really cool souvenirs to take home, till the giant Rolex on the wall said we needed to get to our lunch meetup. Okay, we promised you one really fun place to eat. How about a place that's a giant hot dog? It's called Tail O' the Pop. Let's go check it out. One of the things we loved about this place is that there is something for everyone, from regular hot dog fare to veggie dogs to gluten-free, so that meant our whole family could enjoy it. We met up with Jason and Liz, enjoyed our lunch in the covered patio, and then it was off to the Museum of Neon Art in Glendale. Okay, so tip number 1 for the Neon Museum is parking. There is paid parking behind the museum, but if you can't get it there, there's plenty of little lots across. Matter of fact, let me show you where we parked. So we are on Colorado at Grand, and that's the driveway to the Neon Museum. And there are lots of these little parking spots everywhere. So just drive around, you'll find one there.
love the Howdy Folks guy.
Okay, so tip number 2 here at the Neon is you can get a NARM membership. That is the North American Reciprocal Museum Association. Those memberships here start at $100 and they come with extra benefits. So not only do you get in, but 2 guests get in along with you. I'll also link it down below in the description and a couple of more of those association museums in case you want one close to where you live.
Doesn't do much.
Oh, look at that hair. You're making stuff happen.
This is Leticia Maldonado for work.
I grew up around Great Neon, so this place is always fun for me. And yes, they are trying to fix the chicken. Mona has been around since 1981 and not only has this constantly evolving museum, but offers after-dark walking tours for $25 and bus tours for $65.
And so while there are vintage pieces, like the RCA Victor, there are always brand new pieces here to enjoy.
Is there a chair? Yeah. That's how you do it. They anticipated that. They anticipated somebody wanting to sit there.
Am I driving?
Yes, you look like you're driving.
Every single wall has neon on it, even in the restrooms. But my favorite room is the one where they keep the pieces that need it to be super dark.
So, this is a piece by Candice Gone.
That's such a trip.
Oh yeah.
Why does it look like real solid electricity at the bottom and then just like vapor at the top?
The only thing at the top is a metal rod. There's nothing to complete the connection.
Oh, okay.
So the electricity is dissipating into the air as it continues to go up.
So if you've been watching the channel, you've seen this one before. And if you haven't, we'll link it at the top of the screen.
All right, so we have Parker with us, and that means Parker's Picks.
Yay!
So Parker, tell me one thing you loved at Universal Studios.
Castle ride.
Was that a lot of fun?
I rode it 3 times in a row.
I think he likes that. That's the Harry Potter Hogwarts ride. And then we went to the Academy of Motion Picture Museum. What did you like there?
I like the bridge in the dome at the end.
It echoed.
It echoed, yeah.
That was so much fun.
I like that.
All right, and here at the Neon Museum, what was your favorite?
The rocket ship.
Yeah, the space shuttle going through. It changes colors as it goes. My favorite there was actually, I think, the Statue of Liberty, and Harry loved the bug. All right, so if you had to say one thing this weekend you didn't like, what was it?
The drive.
Lots of driving. It's LA. Everywhere is at least 30 minutes to an hour. All right, we'll see you later. Bye.
All right, so we're ending the trip here at the the Museum of Neon Art.
It's right in front of him. Right in front of him. That's okay.
Oh my goodness, it's been a long weekend.
We had a lot of fun playing in LA. Hope you guys found something that helped you in our tricks and tips, and that you make your own trip down here soon.
Yep.
All right, everybody.
Get out, see something.
Take care. Safe travels.
Bye.
And we'll see you next time. But first, we crossed the street to grab a drink and noticed the chandelier and huge lantern in the middle of the road. So much fun. One last photo op before we hit the road. Next up, the Madonna Inn in San Luis Obispo. We have Parker's with... Okay.
You need a bloopers. You need a bloopers.
We do. Okay, so you know when we have Parker with us, that means... One more time.